friend of the press. We can see today is a blessed day, at least with the weather. And I'd like to welcome each and every one of you, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed with immense honor that I'd like to deliver my goodwill message on this historic commissioning of the Otakikpo crude oil export terminal, a facility that is export facility that designed to export 750,000 barrels of oil, expandable to 3 million barrels of oil per day. Today we are not merely opening an oil facility, but we are writing a new chapter in the annals of the Nigerian petroleum oil industry. For more than 5 decades, Nigeria's shore-based crude oil export narrative has been defined by a handful of giant terminals, built and operated largely by international oil companies, including Bonny Terminal, commissioned in 1961 by Shell BP, the Escravos Terminal, established in 1968 by Chevron, as well as Forcados Terminal, Waibo Terminal, and Brass Terminal, launched in the 1970s by Shell, ExxonMobil, and Agip, respectively. These facilities, each a monumental project in its time, became the gateways through which Nigeria's crude oil reached global markets. They powered our economy and positioned Nigeria among the world's foremost oil exporters. But for over half a century, breaks that long trajectory. It is the first new shore-based crude oil terminal in 50 years, and more importantly, the first terminal ever developed by an indigenous company. Yes, we can all clap. It is indeed a landmark for us to celebrate in Nigeria. Crude export infrastructure at a critical time, and it demonstrates the capacity of Nigerian operators to deliver world-class projects, once thought possible only for international major players. Why the Otakikpo terminal matters? The significance of this terminal is far-reaching. First, it enhances Nigeria's crude evacuation system, with national production currently in the range of 1.7 to 1.8 million barrels per day.
Today, we start at the threshold of a new era in Nigeria's upstream oil and gas sector. An era defined by indigenous ingenuity, bold innovation, reckless courage, and a commitment to unlocking our nation's true energy potential. For over 50 years, Nigeria has relied majorly on 5 onshore crude oil export terminals. The country blessed with abundant resources, we often too often struggle with inadequate infrastructure, limited access to export routes, and inefficiencies that has held us back. But today, with the commissioning of the Otakikpo offshore crude oil export terminal, that story changes. This is the first in more than half a century. And notably, the only one conceived, built, and operated by an indigenous exploration and production company. Your Excellency, Mr. President, this achievement is a testament to your renewed hope agenda. Your enabling policies and reforms under the Petroleum Industry Act, your clarity of vision for energy security and your commitment to indigenous participation has created the fertile ground upon which this project has flourished. Without your leadership and bold policies, this moment that we are witnessing today would not have been possible.
The Special Advisor to Economic Affairs to the President, the Chairman, Chief Executive of Green Energy International Limited, company that I'm very, very proud of. Let me especially recognize, His Royal Majesty, Aaron Ekuru, Kama Ekuru Town, Chairman of Anthony, Council of Traditional Rulers. Talking with the people, with the leaders to say, let's revert back. If these things are buried there forever, we'll never get any value from those resources. Nigeria will never get any value from those resources. So it's imperative that we collaborate as stakeholders, community leaders, youth, government, and even activists. Everybody should come together so that we can unlock the huge energy, potentials that we have as a country. Let me commend, Green Energy for spending over $400 million in building this, facility. Let me also, assure Green Energy that the era of perhaps looking elsewhere for finance will soon be over. We have discovered that the biggest challenge we have in Africa is access to finance.
With a heart full of joy and gratitude, I, on behalf of the good people of the Crude town, and indeed the entire Anveils government area, most humbly welcome your excellency, Senator Unveils, GSPL and President of the Federal Government of Nigeria, to our ancient and beautiful social community on this historic occasion. Today marks a new chapter in the story of the Crude town and urban reform approach. The day when our land becomes the pride bush was a monumental national asset. The 400.
How are you? On behalf of the President of the this Green Energy International Crude Oil Export Terminal for the benefit of Nigerians and the rest of the world is to the glory of God.
Thank you so much, sir. That's the end of the. Builder of Civil Works, and with the support of our service partners, we delivered the Otakikpo crude oil terminal in less than 2 years. That's the record anywhere in the world. This will be the workshop. So once you have a terminal like this, you expect to have mechanical, electrical challenges instead of, and time is money within the industry. So what you do is make sure that you're kitted enough to at least take care of those immediate concerns. Thank you, Joseph. There is a lot of hydro power that we can deploy. So we're working with them such that our victory, our success becomes their success. You know that once the oil is flowing and the gas is there, the generator is there, they also directly incorporate it on the power. So here we're giving the power station, and look at the generator from the power, and then and we have the two units that we have. All the civil works and the building that you have here is constructed by the king of this community. Yeah, he's a detribalized Nigerian. He's one of our heroes. Okama would deliver world-class infrastructure and the civil works and the roads, everything. He doesn't come with donation, and in fact, I'm owing him almost $2 million now. I'm not getting caught in junction because he knows that this is for generations for them. So I always like to take an opportunity because it's contrary to what IOC will tell you about our communities. But it's very difficult for the king of the community to know that you are building a mini bond in his town and then no one will be part of it. So for Okama, for everybody, I want to thank you for the support. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you have a recovery facility. So we have the hydrants being deployed. So you have hydrants all around the storage tank. We also have water spray system around the tank. So this is in case of fire. So there are different ways of fighting fire. So for the fire, you use the water and foam. The water is to cool the tank. Then you deploy the foam inside the tank to mass all oxygen so that you sort of blanket it. So again, the hydrant is to also cool the tank. As you can see, we are deploying 2 hydrants for these 2 tanks stationers. So we have a robust firefighting, 6 firefighting systems. You can see the fire water tank, the 5,000 fire water tanks. We have the fire water pumps and the jockey pumps, and also the system to deploy to the tank.